I honestly think if we are at, and I'm getting chills. I honestly think if we are at Joey Janela's show,
Spring Break 10.
Spring Break 10, and Nick Gage comes out, I would
God.
lose my cool, like more so than even the Sandman coming out, dude. We'll
No,
just
no.
we'll put on some trunks and oil ourselves up and wrestle in the middle of the what's it called?
The Bellagio fountain.
The Bellagio Fountain.
I told you all 2026 was going to be a year like no other, and here I am delivering on that promise. February 21st, I will make my debut at the commentary table for the West Coast Wrestling Company at Incursion. Every war has a beginning, and I'm glad to be there, beginning of my war for commentary. Great, I don't even know what I'm saying. Be there. Use the promo code TJ to save some money on your ticket. Use that money to buy me a beer. I'll see you there. I don't know about your sister.
No, yeah, we could talk. We could talk about my sister having the hookup on wrestling figures, but not providing me with any wrestling figures at all.
Dude, imagine if she could give us the hookups and then we go resell those at WrestleCon
Dude,
for
I
wads of cash.
I had some cool WrestleCon giveaway ideas that popped in my head tonight.
Oh yeah, want to throw them out?
Well, my t-shirt press
Okay.
also has a hat press
Okay.
and also has a tumbler press. So I was thinking we could do a couple of raffles for some filled tumbler items.
Ooh, can we fill it with weed?
Dude.
Just kidding.
Um, dude, speaking of that week, I think I might be there Tuesday now, by the way.
Why? What is there to do?
So I did not realize I must be a terrible movie podcaster
Well, I don't
because
want to tell you.
yeah, because um CinemaCon is that same week in Las Vegas. It's Sunday through Thursday.
I saw you post something about that.
Yeah, and well, to be fair, they did just announce the lineup, so like that's kind of like I knew that it would be in April, but I didn't know that it would be then. So
Yeah.
part of me wants to go to CinemaCon on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then we'll meet up with you guys Wednesday night after you get there.
Oh yeah. No, I have in my rough itinerary, which is in my notebook that I don't know where it is right
Because
now.
I want to go to a wrestling event on Wednesday night.
Well, we got to do something because I'm sure there will be a wrestling event that night on Wednesday.
Oh yeah, there'll
But
be
even if
tons.
even if there's not, we got to party
Yeah.
because it's business.
If they're not,
From there on out.
we'll put on some trunks and oil ourselves up and wrestle in the middle of the what's it called?
The Bellagio fountain,
The Bellagio Fountain. I like that better.
like Stone Cold. Was it Edge and Stone Cold?
I think so.
No, it was Cena that threw Edge in the river.
Oh, The
Edge
Rock,
or
and
Stone
then
Cold. It was
there
the
was
it
the
was the
title
belt
belt.
that went in the river.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. We need more river shots in wrestling. We don't
yeah,
get any WCW. One thing, it was so stupid, but it's what made it great. But they would have the ring in the middle of like a swimming pool whenever they were like in the beach or
yeah.
something.
Bash at the beach, or they'd even like I miss real life circumstances. And AEW does a well, I don't know. AEW goes over the top, but WWE went over the top too with burning people's houses down and things like that.
That's true.
That's too much. But like Stone Cold ambushing Booker T in the grocery store. Stone
Perfect.
Cold and Mankind with Vince McMahon in the hospital. That's a good
Perfect.
one.
A
Um,
boiler room match.
yeah,
Perfect.
things all over the place. Randy Orton showing up to Triple H's house, or vice versa. I don't remember who it was. Vice versa.
How about when the American Badass Undertaker got buried alive, right? And then he came back as the dead man.
Yeah.
So
Or what was the Undertaker with the Stalker with DDP, where he would just follow around. Undertaker's wife was she went shopping and things like that. The Big Show and the Big Boss Man at Big Show's dad's funeral. Things
Dude, I forgot about that.
I
We should have
even I
asked him
even
about
like
that
the
when we
real
met
life
him last
the
year.
therapy sessions with Scorpio Sky and Daniel Bryan and Kane.
Dude, there was keep talking. Keep talking.
More like more real life sit like I don't want to believe that we went a full week and a wrestler was that pissed off at a guy that wants to threaten his life, but man, do I have to wait until next Monday to get my hands on this guy?
In a
I got
specific time.
I travel all over the world, but I have to wait until 7 o'clock Eastern on a Monday night to get my hands on this guy.
And he's gonna sit in this locker room next to me all night long.
Yeah.
And I just gotta sit here.
See, you know what? WWE did a good job looking back at it now with Dominic Mysterio and Rey Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio showing up for the holidays, Rhea Ripley, like things like that. I really enjoy adding an aspect to believe that these characters are real people outside, like, and watching WWE Untold, like, I loved it. I loved WWE Untold or Unreal, whatever it's called. Um, but watching it back and like thinking about it, it's like, okay, CM Punk and Paul Heyman are hugging after everything that happens at WrestleMania. You have like it breaks it too much. I want to believe that these characters, like I want to believe, like I believed with Bray Wyatt, like he was gonna leave Friday Night SmackDown and then go home to the swamp. I want to believe that there actually is a giant drone at Matt Hardy's house all times that protects his house.
Okay, but wait, if you want to believe that, why are you watching the thing that explains why it's not that?
Because I feel like we need to do that to be a successful wrestling podcast. But if it wasn't for this podcast, man,
I don't think we do. I don't think we do, and I'll tell you why. Because I have been. See, this is interesting. This is a good conversation to have between two wrestling fans who, we've talked about it before. You and I, when we were kids, watched different wrestling.
yep,
That doesn't mean we love it any less than the other one, or, we both love wrestling. It's our biggest passion. That's why we do this thing. But we have different upbringings and different, like, I don't know, maybe we get our fulfillment in different ways where you need to watch all this programming and stuff all the time, where I can go to a Dream Slam show like we talked about, and I'm more excited to see any of them than I would be to fucking go to a Backlash or a SummerSlam or some shit. I don't know. I don't know. I've turned into quite the fan of indie wrestling over the last year.
well, don't get me wrong, I love independent wrestling and I
You
will
do.
watch an
You do.
independent wrestling show. Especially who's got some really good crazy independent wrestling shows out there that you can watch online.
Mm.
New Jersey.
Joycey?
Yeah, they got a lot of good wrestling out there. The Midwest has a lot of good wrestling out there. Chicago has a lot of good wrestling promotions. Arizona, I watched the Arizona wrestling clips. Arizona indie professional wrestling hero Manny Lemons was on TNA this week as a background character, and that was pretty cool.
When life gives you Manny Lemons, you make lemonade out of that
Yeah.
TNA cameo.
Yeah, we got some good guys out here too, like Manny Lemons, Pete the Heat. He's also a pool guy. Um,
Well, let's dive deeper into this because this is interesting. I don't think we've ever
well,
had a conversation like this.
I want to dive deep into one thing really quick.
Okay.
If we're talking independent wrestling and we're bringing it back to Vegas,
Okay.
if we find an independent wrestling show that has Brittany Brooks on it, that is the show we need to go to. At some point, we need to get in front of Brittany Brooks. I need you to go and watch Brittany Brooks because that is the future of women's professional wrestling. Brittany Brooks, Izzy Moreno, names like that, those are the people that are the future of women's wrestling.
Izzy, huh?
Yeah. I would throw Billy Starks in there too. I mean, she's already up there though. She's got that AEW Ring of Honor contract.
I like Brooke Havoc out here. Yeah.
Brooke Havoc. Yep, I've seen Brooke Havoc.
Okay. Bailey Brooks, is that what you said?
Brittany Brooks.
Brittany Brooks. Brittany
Yep.
Broski. Brittany Bailey Broski Brooks.
Brittany Bailey. I think honestly,
Bread.
I think if it was Brittany Broski, my wife would have an aneurysm of excitement
My
to
wife
see
would too.
Brittany. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
I listen. I have to listen to Brittany Broski as I fall asleep sometimes. Yeah,
She's funny.
she's no Jenna Marbles.
No one is Jenna Marbles
No one is Jenna
or her
Marbles.
dogs.
No.
Okay. Let me ask you this. You made a comment. You said, to be a successful wrestling podcast, you feel like you need to consume all this content just so you can stay in the loop, right? And I'm not even really asking because, like, I'm not asking for the sake of the podcast. I'm asking you as a fan, why do you
So
think it's important?
I I think you definitely need to stay in the loop. I mean, obviously, I can't watch every show either with between work and all the Miggy's Mindset stuff that I'm doing. I mean, this week in general on Wednesday night, I had to choose between Dynamite or a press screening, and I'm gonna go to the press screening because I could always go back and rewatch Dynamite if I wanted to. But will I go back and rewatch Dynamite? I don't know. But will I look up what happened and go through a breakdown of everything still? Yeah.
You will.
Because I
Good
feel like
talk.
that's important. But I also feel like it's important to, like we were just talking about, to stay in the loop. I feel like it's more important to stay in the loop, like to know what's going on the main shows, the main three shows, right? I'll throw out, AEW, TNA, WWE, the main three promotions, to know what's going on there. But I do, like we were just saying, feel that it's important that for you and I to both have a strong understanding of what's going on the independent scene, as much as we possibly could.
Well, and it's like, how do you cover the whole independent scene? And there are a couple wrestling podcasts out there who, like we've interacted with, like on social media and stuff, and that's all they do is talk about the indie scene, which is
Yep.
great. And there's way more opportunity to like talk to people for sure because, like all the people that we've had on, DM, email, text. If we want to get someone who's on like network television, got to jump through all these hoops, probably pay him something.
Yeah.
So, uh, but I do like there was a time when I was like in high school and shit. I guess is when this would have been happening. So we're like past like the primal caveman YouTube stage, but TikTok didn't exist, Instagram Reels didn't exist,
Yeah.
and YouTube was not the YouTube that we know today. I didn't know until AEW like had already like gotten started and Jim Cornette was like just talking shit all the time. I didn't know about the Kenny Omega sex doll match or the Kenny Omega 9-year-old girl match, right?
Hey,
And
that's
so
Rio, the 9 year, or yeah, Rio is the 9-year-old girl.
was she really 9?
Yeah, former AEW Women's Champion. That's
Wow.
that's who that is.
Okay,
Or
so
Rio.
I'm my point is that I
Pretty
was a
sure.
huge wrestling fan, but there was still this whole side of wrestling that not that I didn't like, I didn't even know existed. I didn't have the choice of not liking it. So, yeah, I think being plugged into the independent scene, which is like we got the vlog coming out. Dude, I tried to upload the vlog and CapCut is like killing me. But anyways, so I lost my train of thought. God damn it. Anyways, I'm just saying it's important, and I think that I think we're two wings of the same bird right now.
So can I ask you this? Because I know, I mean, obviously, you pay so much attention to, you're involved now. You are heavily involved in the Southern California independent wrestling scene. I will listen. You may bite your teeth on that one, but it's true, buddy. You're getting messages. Hey, we need an announcer. Hey, we need this. Hey, we need that. You are an independent wrestling star right now. A volunteer independent wrestling star, but an independent wrestling star nonetheless. One step above Mike Wexler.
Oh, Honest
Uh,
John confirmed that last night. You guys will have to watch the vlog I was talking about to see to get that reference. But thanks.
you're welcome. Um, but my question for you, because I have a list. Do you have a list of like five, six independent wrestling stars that you would like to see wrestle that you think have a big future out there that you just haven't seen wrestle yet?
Oh, that I had no. What I yes. No. No. What I do in my head, like in between matches or um like when I'm driving home from a show or whatever, on my way to the shows, I will fantasy book all of these guys in matches together. And I will think in my head like, what would this kind of match look like? So I have all these dream matches in my brain, but there's um I don't know. I don't think I've noticed anyone that I haven't like seen in person yet. Only because, like I said earlier, there's a million wrestlers
Mm-hmm.
in the world. But like Shane Haste, who was in the main event with Jordan Cruz last night.
Flapjack.
Yeah, from
Did
Australia. We
you get a chance
it,
to talk to him?
oh yeah, yeah, we were because it was a title match, so
Yep.
we it was New Japan style, so I was in the ring with him and held the belt up and there was I don't want to get like WWE unreal here, but I did have to talk to him, in terms of business and you know, do that. And so yeah, he was a cool dude.
That's awesome, dude.
I honestly forgot he was in Retribution. He was chill. And I went up to him when he first got there. I just shook his hand and I was like, "Hey man, I'm TJ. I'm the one that, messaged you the other day. Thanks for being timely and he DM'd us back like right away. Maybe I shouldn't say that because I don't want people blowing him up thinking that, they can get responses from this guy. Should have been an email, but whatever.
This is the way of the world right now, buddy.
Dude, I'm on one. It's been a fucking day.
So I could tell you that I have a list of wrestlers that I would like to see wrestle that I haven't seen wrestle in person. Outside of the obvious Dream Slam guys, the five stars, Jake Redondo's, even even Enoch the Enlightened, super vegan himself. Um,
He put on a pretty good match. I've only seen him wrestle once, and it was a couple VWCs ago. It was like a surprise match. And for an old fart, he moves around pretty good.
I'd like to listen. I don't know shit about wrestling or how to wrestle, but that's the guy I want to get in the ring with. Uh,
Handicap match, me and you versus Enoch.
yeah. But anyway, you have people like Kit Bandit is really good. I've never seen Effie wrestle, and I would love to see Effie wrestle.
Can we head on
Yeah,
over to the big gay brunch
yeah, I
later
would
this
love,
week?
I would love that. I would love, I would like to see Shaza McKenzie wrestle. I'd like to see, oh, who was the other person I was just thinking of? Izzy Moreno. We just talked about her. I'd like to see her say I went to one of her independent wrestling matches. Um, but there's just so much good independent wrestling out there, and it's crazy right now, dude. It is just so awesome. Nick Gage is the number one guy I'd like to see that I've never seen
Okay.
wrestle. I think I think out of anybody in professional wrestling right now that I have never seen wrestle before, Nick Gage is my number one.
Yeah. Is he going to wrestle again?
There's rumors. Um, I honestly think if we are at, and I'm getting chills. I honestly think if we are at Joey Janela's show,
Spring Break 10.
Spring Break 10, and Nick Gage comes out, I would
Yeah.
lose my cool, like more so than even the Sandman coming out, dude.
No way. Really?
I would, I promise you that. Only person other than that could get me that excited to show up would be David Arquette. David Arquette is on my dream list of people to just meet in general.
He's never been like at a convention somewhere you could have gone to?
No, not in Arizona. My grandmother met him once. My grandmother worked on a movie with him, and he gave her a tissue, and she tells that story all the time. She
I
asked
need
him
a
for it.
celebrity story like that, but I don't
Yeah.
have one.
She's like, it was like one of those Mean Girls moments. He asked me what day it was. It was October 23rd. I asked him for a tissue. He handed me a tissue. Um,
Dude,
but I
that's
would love to meet
Nick
David
Gage at
Arquette.
GCW would be sick, dude. And we're not going to WrestleMania, so I would say that's probably, I mean, as of right now, that's the only show we will be at. I mean, I know
Yeah.
we're gonna go to more, but that's probably, I would say, the biggest one we're gonna
Dude,
go.
I say you and I haven't talked to Lexi about this yet. Maybe we let the wives go to bed early and you and I hit up that Juggalo show one night, that midnight.
Dude, are you ready to? Okay, you want to go see some Juggalo wrestling and then sit
Dude,
at the booth all the whole next day?
I could whoop whoop with the rest of them, dude. I'll tell you what, the Juggalo life was a heavy part of my freshman year of high school.
Dude,
I hung
If
out
Superhuman shows up, oh,
Dude, I hung out with those kids that they carried hatchets around because they were the hatchet men of the Juggalos, and it's like, what am I getting myself into right now? And then that phase ended real quick.
do you think they will like import Fago
Dude,
to have available?
I would love them to do like a full on Kurt Angle with the milk truck,
A Fago truck?
the Fago truck, and just go out and that's what we want in a JCW show. We want a Fago truck.
Dude, you know who I want on the podcast? This is I would enjoy this probably more than I would enjoy like a wrestling legend. I would love to talk to the Insane Clown Posse. Shaggy Two Dope, Violent J. I would love to talk to them.
Dude,
That would
I
be so cool.
send Violent J in a DM, dude.
I think he would do it.
Let's shoot our shot. Okay, I trust you. I can do it if you want me to, but
Well,
I
I
say
don't
we.
but see, I don't know if you talk to him in a business way.
No, that man is a businessman.
That's what I'm saying. Like, hello, my name is TJ and I
Yeah.
represent. Like, does it have to be like that or could I be like,
No,
"Yo,
no. I think we could be like that once we get him on the show.
I wish do they have a booth? Do they have a booth?"
Nah, not yet. I could tell. You know what though? Like, you know what's crazy about, and maybe it's just because we were so blessed last year with the amount of people that we got to meet. And some of those names that we've already met are returning. But right now, dude, the only person that is on my list of people that need to have a conversation with at WrestleCon. And again, it's because we met, the JBLs and Ron Simmons. We met Jerry the King Lawler and JR. We met Kurt Angle. Maria Kanellis, dude.
Okay.
And also probably Shaza McKenzie because she's another future of professional wrestling.
Well, Morgan told me she wants to meet Mick.
Oh,
So,
well, don't worry. My wife is going to be sitting there the whole entire time at the booth.
well, I was gonna say, we don't even need to pay for it. Just grab Lexi,
Exactly. You
front of
know
the
what?
line.
Speaking of Mick Foley, can we jump ship and kind of revisit something we were talking about earlier?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we were talking about how you and I watch different wrestling. You were a WCW guy.
Yes.
I was a full on WWF attitude era kid. Walking around, hitting the suck it to my teachers, to everybody. WWE 2K26
I'm
is
pissed.
is the Monday Night Wars. Listen, I don't remember the last time I played a wrestling game, but you best believe my ass is buying that game.
You don't even have a system, do you?
I have an Xbox. I never told you my Xbox story,
No.
dude. So the only reason you know how the only reason I have an Xbox is because it came with my wife's engagement ring. Is if you spent $1,200, you get a free Xbox. So best believe that was the place that I went, and I got a free Xbox.
Fuck yeah.
But with that being said, Mick Foley now has cut ties with the WWE. How do you do a Monday Night Wars mode without the turning point of the Monday Night Wars?
Well, the same way you do it without adding Sting in the game.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, they're not going to have Sting. I don't know if I want the game.
You don't. Here's my problem. And this I should clip because even though this is, this is wrestling related, but this is like video game related too. So I don't know, but this is important. WWE 2K is like Madden, is like the NBA 2K games. It's like every sports game. It's recycled. It looks just a little bit better every single year. And then, like, every couple of years, they'll add in a new mode that's
Hmm.
basically just an old mode redesigned with new blah, blah. Same characters, bro. All they do is, I mean, this one apparently has 400 plus
400.
characters.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like all of those guys will have been in at least two WWE games before.
Yeah, except for like, I'm sure they'll have a very heavy NXT roster in there. I'm sure
That's
they'll
true.
have a very heavy TNA roster in there.
But I do have a gripe to pick with this, and this is one of the reasons why like I get much more fulfillment as a wrestling fan with the indies and places like Dream Slam, VWC, and stuff, and not WWE, is because I'm constantly being sold different products,
Mhm.
and I feel like I know more about the product they're selling me than they do.
They
Triple
should
H
just
on the
hire us,
cover.
dude. They should just hire us.
It's not even that. Triple H on the cover of the main Attitude Era one is wearing the big gold belt.
I
I'm
know.
sorry.
I know. And did
That's
you
wrong.
notice it's not they what's it called? They cut out his roid pecs.
No, I didn't. I was just too distracted by the fact that that belt was on Hogan and Sting and Kevin Nash and Goldberg's waist and not on his until the Attitude Era was way over. And Booker T on the cover? That is not Booker T from WCW.
No. And I just in my head I just realized too that they're not there. They can't have Ric Flair in the game either.
Nope. Well, I don't know because he works with AEW, but he might be freelance.
I don't know, but but you can't, but you look at other guys that were.
And how you can do the Attitude Era without Vince, bro?
Oh yeah, what are we doing? What are we doing here? I didn't even think about that. Unless they have him coming back, and that's the big shock and awe of WrestleMania.
The last time they did, whose face did they blur out? It
They blurred out Vince's face.
was it his that they blurred out?
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was like Chris Benoit or
Well,
like
they've done
Sting
that
or
too.
somebody. Oh wow, dude, that wouldn't even be fun to play.
No, you can't. You can't do that without Vince
How are you
McMahon.
gonna do
You can't.
Stone Cold's whole story
Yeah.
against blurred face guy?
Yeah. That
No, dude.
sucks. Owen Hart. Owen Hart was a big turning point in just the backstage animosity that they had with each other. A lot of those WCW guys blamed Vince for what happened to their friend Owen Hart.
Bro, I'm so glad that like like wrestling in the 1900s seemed like the mafia a lot of times.
Oh, 100%. And
I'm
Vince
glad
McMahon was
I'm
a Don.
dude, it's kind of scary.
Yeah. Vince McMahon's covering up murders, doing all this crazy stuff.
I'm surprised he didn't get pardoned, bro. Just
Oh,
right out
there's
the
still
gate.
time. There's still time. I'm
I know
telling
there's
you.
time. I'm just surprised he didn't just do it day one.
I'm surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he's working with the Saudis to take back over WWE.
He just lives in Saudi Arabia and wears one of those things
Yeah.
just for the rest of his life.
Well, well, let's talk. Speaking of Saudi Arabia, and independent wrestling, all of this is going to tie together because to my crazy thought that I had that I texted you, my crazy hot take.
I'm ready for it.
So we got WWE in Saudi this weekend for, according to Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ, that dude, that SmackDown match, I'm so pissed that I missed that live. I went back and watched it. So good. So, like, pure chills again, dude. Pure freaking exhibition of what awesome professional wrestling looks like. And the story that they told, it makes sense. But my issue is that Shinsuke Nakamura made a post, then deleted it, saying that this is for sure AJ Styles' last match would be at the Royal Rumble. Does it make sense? Absolutely, because thinking about it, and I don't know if we talked about it on the last show with Austin, but this is the 10th Royal Rumble since AJ Styles made his Royal Rumble debut in 2016. Um, so a full 10-year run in WWE, that's not bad. And if this does happen to be his last match, my thought on it though is, and maybe I'm just, money is everything. Like in my mind, it's like, if you have an opportunity to make a bunch of money, then it doesn't matter what you're thinking. Suck it up because you got a family to worry about, family to do this. And in my head, that this is AJ Styles' last match ever. Why is it not happening at WrestleMania so we could get that big WrestleMania payout? Unless the man has a plan, and I wrote the storyline in my head for how perfect it would be for listen, we got this Don Callis takeover in AEW, and there is not a faction out there that could take out the Don Callis family right now. Everybody's trying. We're not going to see the Death Riders and the Elite team up, and I hope we don't, because that's stupid. But would it be cool for one family to get back together to take out another family, and that family is adding back in AJ Styles' two best friends, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, and AJ Styles himself showing up to save Kenny Omega and the Bucks for the Elite Bullet Club to take on the Don Callis family. AJ Styles and Andrade putting on a phenomenal match. And then AJ Styles' real last match being at the end of the year in AEW with Kenny Omega. Do you love it or hate it?
Erect.
There you go. Took you a second, buddy. Maybe we got to get sponsored by Blue Chew.
Well, it took me a second because there's a lot to fill up.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Yeah. Don't do that.
But that's like in my head, I'm just thinking it's like, why would you not do that? Like, why would you miss out on that opportunity? It's not like he's slowing down. He's choosing to walk away.
Okay, so I hear what you're saying about the whole WrestleMania thing, and I thought that to myself too. I was like, why not just tough it out 4 extra months? You've done it a million times.
Yeah.
The only reason why I think the Royal Rumble makes sense in AJ Styles' case is because that is where he showed up in the WWE. He was his debut. He was a surprise entrant in that Royal Rumble. So if he hangs it up at the Royal Rumble, he gets to have that full circle, moment. And if you go to WrestleMania, that would be cool. But I'm not even going to say.
And I take back what I say though too. His last match should be against Samoa Joe, but
Ooh.
his best friend and former AEW World Champion.
I'm even more what I was. Just put it in triple threat. I don't even care.
He comes out, hey Wendy, it's been a long time.
Let's do a slobber knocker match and just have AJ Styles stand in the middle of the ring and then just face one by one all of his opponents.
That was the best thing in any WWE game, was the slobber knocker match. Being Brock Lesnar and seeing how long you can last. Everybody did it. Everybody was Brock Lesnar, and just see how many men you could take out before you lost.
Real ones would go on the OG SVR, do a slobber knocker match, and you play as Rico and see how long you can go.
Sean Stasiak.
Damn. Buddy, we got a couple seconds left. I personally I love your idea, and I think that it would be really cool to see the real Bullet Club like back together
Yeah.
in some way. Um I will say though, if it does happen, I don't want a bunch of matches on Dynamite between the members. I want just one big match.
You know what that match is?
Blood
My
and
favorite
guts.
match of the year every year.
Blood and guts.
Anarchy in the Arena.
Oh, dude, there you go. Anarchy in the Arena, Bullet Club versus the Don Callis family. Who would have had that on their bingo card?
Not me, but now it's all I want. Wrestling is going to suck for the rest of the year if this does not happen.
You heard it here. Here. Fuck. Come on, get it together. You heard it here first, folks. Wrestling is going to suck. Unless the Bullet Club and Don Callis family do business in AEW in 2026. Did I get that
In
right?
Anarchy in the Arena.
At Anarchy in the Arena.
Yep.
Which you'll probably be at.
Well, if they do Double or Nothing in Phoenix again, which they should, because that show was more fun than any of the Vegas shows that I went to.
I need to hit up Revolution. I think they're in LA again.
Dude, we need to hit up Revolution if they're in LA.
Let's go. Let's start.
I would come down. If you want to, I would drive down there for Revolution if you want to go.
We'll do a Revolution, and then I'll see if there's a little indie show the same weekend.
All right. I love it, buddy.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of How This Is Fake. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Follow us, HITFPOD, TikTok, Instagram. And we got some good stuff coming up from the for the Royal Rumble here. Wait, TikTok. We're gonna do a fantasy Royal Rumble. Which we're gonna talk.
Yeah.
So adios, everyone. Later.
Later.